Hey, welcome back everyone. Today, Diana Jungle, Sated or Runeglaive. First, I want to talk about the gold efficiency of both items. Runeglaive gives us 250 mana, 40 ability power, and 10% cooldown reduction. Sated, on the other hand, gives us 40% attack speed with 60 on-hit magic damage. So, how much does each one cost? Runeglaive costs 1625. Sated is only 1450. And that's only looking at the enchantments. We're not including the entire jungle item by itself. So we can see that the actual gold value for Devourer, after doing all the math, comparing it to all the numbers, we can see that the actual gold value for Devourer is only 1000 gold, which means that Devourer has a 69% efficiency on gold. That leaves us with a deficit of around 450. The gold value for Runic Echoes is 1700. That leaves us with a surplus of 75 gold, which means that Runic Echoes has a 105% gold efficiency rate. So in terms of gold efficiency, Runic Echoes gets the point here. Let's take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of each item. Devourer gives Diana much more carry potential in the late game, and that's only once she gets sated. Her passive does more damage and scales much better than any other ability she has, and sated Devourer increases that DPS by around 66%. Sated also gives Diana a split push advantage. Her dueling power and ability to rapidly knock down towers makes her extremely dangerous. The problem with Sated arises when it's not fully stacked, because otherwise it's a bit useless on her. And you might be thinking, hey, how is it useless? When we take a look at attack speed bonuses, that's only 40% on your base attack speed. Diana has 0.63 attack speed. That's one of the lowest attack speeds in the game. It's actually the 9th slowest in terms of it being tied with 30 other champions for that spot. With Devourer, that gives her the 40% bonus. That puts her attack speed at 0.88 at level 1. At level 18, her base is 0.87. With Sated, it's 1.22. But if you take attack speed runes, for example 15%, then you're looking at 1.4 attack speed at level 18. That's ignoring any other attack speed items. It's just Sated, the runes, and that's it. So because she has one of the lowest base attack speeds in the games, she benefits a lot less from attack speed items than other champions. But with Devourer, you're trading your weak early and mid game for a strong late game. Whether that late game comes or not is entirely up to how well the other team is doing, and if they're smart enough to push you in before late game comes. Runeglaive, on the other hand, gives Diana a significant amount of burst. It's more than she already has, and if you take her mid with Runeglaive, it makes her much more potent and oppressive. It's crazy. With Runeglaive, Diana deletes most carries with her combos. If you get hit with Crescent Strike, prepare to die in 2 seconds. That's how dangerous Runeglaive is. The problem with Runeglaive is its late game DPS. It's far less than Sated Devourer, and Runeglaive Diana can't do much against tanky champions. While Runeglaive lets you have much more successful ganks in the early and mid game, it also lets you get your carries fed and snowball in the game. If your carries don't know how to snowball, you end up getting screwed over. Devourer, on the other hand, requires that your lanes are able to survive on their own, at least part of the time, so you can farm up your Sated. And if you're playing for the early and mid game, then Runeglaive is the definite way to go. The early game advantage plus team utility far surpasses that of Devourers. Finally, if you need to win hard in the early and mid game or get your lane snowballing, then Runeglaive is a jungle item for you. If you can trust your teammates, which most of us probably don't, and you know you can make it to late game without getting too far behind, go with Devourer. Now, it's not that simple to just break it down into these two categories. We're going to break it down by team comps. Is the enemy full of squishy champions and squishy junglers or assassin junglers? Do they have Evelyn, Master Yi, or Fiddlesticks? My rule of thumb here is if they have one or no tanks, go with Runeglaive. You'll be instantly demolishing everyone in their lineup if they have no tanks. But if the enemy has more than one tank, like 2 or 3, like they have a Tam Kench and a Blitzcrank together, then I would choose to go with Sated Devourer. That way you can eat through their tank line. But most importantly, it's that you don't get tunnel vision and die because you thought you could kill their backline by yourself. If you don't or can't land Crescent Strike, don't go in at all. Just fall back and wait with your team for Crescent Strike to come back in. If you can't land Crescent Strike, you lose an extra 400 damage from your ultimate. That's very important when it comes to killing squishies. If you can flash, get your Q off, perfect. Don't get tunnel vision, back off, and wait. Other than that, that's all I can say about this topic. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about what I said. Is it accurate? Does it make sense? Am I completely wrong? Tell me below. Other than that, for those of you playing right now, good luck. And for those of you in solo queue, I give a GG to you. I'll see you guys next time.